Hey there, good looking. Join me for what's going to be a super fun strength workout. Trainer's promise. Now listen, I am going to be using a TRX in this workout. However, if you don't own one, do not disappear on me. All right. There'll be a mini me screen up in the corner here, which will show you the exact same exercises using either a chair for support or dumbbells. Now for this workout, you do need the TRX, and if you don't have a TRX, then please have a chair with a back to it. In addition, TRX people, grab yourselves a pair of moderate weight dumbbells, and then no TRX people, grab the moderate dumbbells as well as a light set of dumbbells. And make sure you stick around to the very end too. I have a special little glute and hip finisher for us. All right, let's go get warmed up. Join the Unstoppable Challenge and get in your fittest shape. Kicks off February 1st, 2024. Registration is now on. Hit the link below to join us. All right, let's get warmed up and ready for the fun. Let's get one knee on the ground, extend the other leg for me, bring the hands in front, sit back on your heel. As you do, rotate the toe up to your ceiling, keep the hands in front of you. So what we're doing here is warming up into the adductor, your inner thigh, to get us ready for the first exercise we're going to do. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2. Now sit back and hold this. Take this arm, bring it under, and rotate up. Now hitting into the shoulder and T-spine. And then we can drop this toe down that was elevated so it's facing straight ahead on that straight leg. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Nice, other side. All right, extend the leg, arm, hands in front, rock forward, sit back, and then turn the toe up at the same time. I hope you're having a great day. You're gonna love this workout. Well, I hope you do. I hope you love all the workouts, but this one's fun. It's got a nice flow to it, and then I've got a great little finisher at the end for us. Yeah, I try not to design workouts that suck. It's my number one goal. And then after that, good programming that'll hit all the muscles. Let's do 1 more. Now sit back, drop the toe, take that arm, bring it under, reach it up. So it's like thread the needle here and then reach it and rotate and extend. Maybe that should be my new tagline. Fitness with PJ. Workouts that don't suck. 2 more. Last one. Woo, let's come on into a standing position. Okay, I want you to step back, bend that knee as deep as you can, rotate and open up to that back leg, other side. So if you're not able to drop the knee to the mat, you just go whatever height feels good for you. My advanced people, or knee to ground, we want that shoulder and hip aligned. Find that balance, find that stability. One more each side. Last one. Standing position. One arm only, take it back, nice and big, stabilizing through the core. Good. Last 3, 2, 1. Other side. Here we go. Nice and big, going backwards, lubricating that shoulder joint of ours. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me a hip hinge with feet hip width apart. Bring the hands underneath, and I want you to give me a reverse fly. So really find this hip hinge, especially for my non-TRX people, because you'll be doing this exercise with dumbbells. Warming up here into the upper back, and then again teaching that hip hinge. Let's go for 4, and 3, 2, 1. Hands light behind the ears. Come on up. Push the hips back. Come down. Good mornings. Knees are soft. Last 3, 2. Pull those shoulders back. 1 more. 1. All right, we're going to get busy in about 20 seconds. So if you're using a chair, you're going to hold on to the seat of it for this exercise. TRX people, you're going to use your TRX for support. Everybody, let's go really wide with the feet. Super wide. Now drop down into a side lunge, and as we do, rotate that toe up. Using the chair or the TRX, help yourself up, rotate to the other side. Good job. Now you can use as little arm movement or strength or as much as you need, okay? We want to sink all the way down, and as we do, we rotate the toe up just like we did in our warm-up. We have 40 seconds of work, 20-second recovery, alternating leg, and then a back muscle exercise, and then a chest exercise. Sink it right down. This is really good for hip and ankle mobility too. One more. Excellent. All right. We're going to do a pull-up with the TRX. Those of you without a TRX, you'll grab a little heavier dumbbell and do a 2-arm row. Those of you with me, line yourself up with the anchor. Arms are straight. Walk forward. Closer you are to the anchor, the harder it is. Pull the shoulders back and down. Pull up and release. Good. Breathe out. Elbows coming past the rib cage, squeezing those shoulder blades. Your body is solid like a plank. If you're using your dumbbells, you have that hip hinge like we learned in warm-up. You're pulling the elbows just a little past the rib cage, not too high, squeezing the shoulder blades. And keeping that core tight so that you don't hurt your low back. Slow and controlled is the name of the game today, people. I don't think I've ever called you people before, have I? One more just came out. All right, everybody grab your heavier of the moderate dumbbells that you have. Take it on the mat. We need to work the chest muscles now. Bring the elbows in. Follow suit with me. Wrists lined up with elbows. Now punch the arms straight up. Bend the elbows out a bit. Give me a chest fly. Come back to center. Lower the elbows, brushing by the rib cage. So narrow press. Chest fly, and lower. When we're doing that chest fly, make sure that the wrists curl in a bit and the elbows curl out a bit. So it's kind of like you're giving somebody a big hug. You're giving me a big hug. I always love hugs. Don't hug my husband though. He hates people touching him. He's so funny. It's funny to see him, how awkward he is when somebody gives him a hug. All right, come on up. We're taking it into alternating a one-leg squat. Now, those of you on the chair, more advanced people, I want you to hold on to one dumbbell, goblet style. We're going to alternate which leg we go down with. TRX people, everybody. All right, you're going to go bum to the chair, or TRX people go down as deep as it feels comfortable. My advanced people, ass to ground, okay? Again, we can use the handles to help us up a bit. We can also use this leg here to push ourselves up a bit. Just be thankful we're not doing 40 seconds on one leg. See, it could always be worse. Now, we need to train single leg joint movements because life is about single leg. We don't hop forward with both feet. We lead with the leg. We're always working one leg, one arm. So these sorts of movement patterns are super functional. Last one. All right, we're moving into a reverse fly for back of the body. I want you to grab lighter dumbbells if you don't have a TRX. You're going to do that one we did in warm up. All right, that hip hinge, tight core. Those of you TRX, walk towards the anchor. Bend the elbow slightly. Open up, fly up, squeeze the shoulder blades, slowly lower, body going back as one unit. Constant tension on your straps. As I cued earlier with your pull-ups, the closer you are under the TRX anchor, the more challenging the move. So if you find you're really using a lot of elbow to get yourself up, I want you to walk back a little bit. There should just be a little bit of an elbow bend like we just did with the chest fly and the dumbbells. And then from there, everything's moving through the shoulders. When we come on up, we're squeezing those shoulder blades. Dumbbell people, when the dumbbells lift, you're squeezing those shoulder blades. One more. All right. TRX people, you'll be with me. Dumbbell people, you can go 1 dumbbell or 2 dumbbell. You have behind the head tricep extensions. TRX group, now we've got the anchor behind us. We're bringing ourselves into a bit of a plank here, arms extended. Now, open up the arms a bit, drop the hands, and bring them right beside the temple, and then press up. So my heels are actually lifting off the ground. We want the body to be one solid unit as we come forward with the elbows pointed straight ahead. Our focus here is the back of the upper arm, our triceps, but we've got so many other muscles involved too. So this is it. All right, that was the fun. We get 3 more rounds of those. So taking it back to that Cossack lunge coming up. I don't know, can you hear my TRX squeaking right there? That's not the TRX, PJ, that's my shoulder. Yeah. All right, so using either your chair or advanced people, no chair. TRX people, you're with me. Go super wide with that stance, toes turned out, drop it down, toe up, very little weight on the TRX. Let's use more leg here instead of hand weight, okay? Down. Shoulder blades are pinched. So what we don't want to do is this rounding motion as we're holding on to either chair or TRX. All right? Remember, whatever posture you're in when you're exercising, you're going to strengthen that posture. So pay attention where your body is, how your alignment is. Slow it down if you have to. All right, this isn't a sprint. This isn't a race. 1 more. Whew. You're going to feel that one tomorrow. Just a heads up. All right, we have pull-ups, all right? I want you to grab heavier dumbbells. My dumbbell people, you have that hip hinge, rowing up. TRX people, arms straight. Walk yourself towards the anchor. Pull the shoulders back and down. Drive the chest up towards the anchor. Slowly straighten, not allowing those shoulders to roll forward. So we're never hanging off of the straps. Exhale as we pull up. Exhale as your dumbbells come towards you. Slow, slow, and steady. It's been a while since I've released a TRX styled workout on the YouTube as well as on Over 50 Fitness. I thought it was about time. It's my favorite tool next to dumbbells. Last 2. 1 more. Good job, walk back up. All right, we've got the chest narrow press, chest press to fly. Grab those dumbbells. And again, you might be able to go a little heavier. Start with the elbows in tight, wrists lined up with the elbows. All right, everybody with me? Here we go. Punch straight up. Curl the wrists in, curl the elbows out, chest fly. Bring it back into narrow. Once you've seen me, just get yourself all comfy, back of the neck long. All right, roll yourself up, standing position. Alternating one-legged squat. Now you can do it onto your chair, but you advance, and maybe some of you intermediate people too. I want you to hold on to a dumbbell, make it hard. Those of you with me, we want elbows under shoulders. Line yourself up with the TRX, kick a leg out, drop it down as deep as you can, see if you can get ass to ground and stand. Not rounding the back. You're going to notice one leg considerably stronger than the other, or maybe just a touch stronger, but we all usually do have one stronger leg. So movements like this, great way to work that out. All right. Woo. We have reverse flies. So for my dumbbell people, this is where you're going to want to go down a bit in weight, okay? It's not going to be the same weight as you do a row. You've got that hip hinge still. And then it's the same movement with dumbbells that we're doing with the TRX. It's just different body positioning. Here we go. Walk forward, open up, chest coming to anchor, slowly close, moving through shoulders, not elbows. Just a bend, slight bend in the elbow joint, and that's it. And then your body moves like a plank. I love this move for your posture. Love it, whether you're using dumbbells or the TRX. It's so good for those mid-back muscles, that rear delt. Last few reps. One more. Oh yeah, burns, love it. All right, triceps. Now, if you're doing it with the dumbbells, I like a staggered stance, holding on to one or two coming behind the head. Those of you with me, let's perfect this. It's a hard one to get with the TRX. Hands are just about forehead height or slightly higher. Body comes down like a unit, presses back like a unit. Now the elbows are pointed towards that wall in front of you there. Not moving at all through the shoulders. Now it's the elbow joint. Feeling the back of the upper arm. Just a light grip. You don't have to have a death grip. Almost done round 2. Moving on. Taking it to the top again for our 3rd round. Once again, we have 4 rounds. All right, Cossack lunge, holding on to your chair or the TRX straps. I like placing my hands on the seat of the chair for this exercise. Go really wide with your stance for me. Let's take it down. Toe comes up, sink it down, other side. Now, obviously, when I say sink it down, you're going to go down to what is within your capabilities, because you also need to get back up again, right? So stick with me. We're going to get the leg strength and the power, as well as the balance for you to do it all. Trust me, it just takes time. I wish I could just give you a few workouts and you would reach your goals and be the fittest you've ever been. But that ain't possible. Last 2. One more. Woo! All right, we got pull-ups with the TRX. My dumbbell people, this is where you're gonna want heavier dumbbells because these are much larger muscles and they can take the load, okay? My TRX group, arms straight, pull the shoulders back and down. Walk forward, find the desired resistance, drive up, release. Remember, we're not hanging off the straps. That just means the shoulders are rolling forward and you've really protracted that upper back. Not you. You're strong, stable, remembering that this is just more than a back exercise. All right, you got the hips going, legs going, core going, arms happening. One more, and walk back up. Woo! All right, everybody's gonna grab the heavier dumbbells that they have. Narrow press to fly. Heels in close to the bum, elbows close to the body, wrists lined up with those elbows. Now come straight up, bend the elbow out a bit, curl the wrists in slightly, chest fly, come back together and lower. Back of the neck is long, breathing out as we're pressing up. Here we go. That's the hard. Now, if you get confused when to breathe, here's a trainer's tip. Just breathe. Don't worry about when, who, what, where. I first want you to get the form, your movements, your posture. I want you to feel the muscle that you're working. I want all that before you start considering when to breathe. We're not lifting heavy enough where breath is really important. Exhaling on the hard. Come on up. So we'll get all the other things figured out and then we'll add the breath. All right, we've got one-legged squat. My intermediate advanced people, hold on to a dumbbell, sitting on the chair and then off. My TRX people, elbows under shoulders, so you're at 90 degree. Lined up with your anchor, kick a leg out, drop down as low as you can, press up, other leg. So keep yourself lined up with that anchor. And again, we're not hanging off the strap. So when we come down, there shouldn't be a rounding of the upper back. My approach might be a little different if you've worked with other trainers before. Some do really focus on the breath work. But I find that I'd rather people keep it as simple as possible when they're first starting to lift. And then we can layer on other things to think about. Time as you're used to getting moving your body. Reverse flies. Dumbbell people, this is where you're going to want those lighter dumbbells. All right, and you're flying up. My TRX people, we won't walk as far forward as we did for the pull-ups. Moving just through that shoulder joint, squeeze the shoulder blades together, release. Feel that mid-back, upper back, back shoulders. Feel them all working, fired up. Helping you with the movement. One more. All right. Triceps. If you're using that dumbbell, again, you've got that kickstand happening, really tightening up in that core with the hand behind you. Otherwise, with me, TRX behind us. If you're having a hard time with this one, stick with me, okay? I know it's a tough one to learn. Now we're going to lower down. Maybe your heels lift off the ground. Press back. You walk further under the TRX if you want to make it more challenging for the triceps. So always with the TRX, the closer under the anchor point you are, the harder the movement. So that's a really quick and easy way for you to bring it up, ramp it up, or tone it down. All right, final round, Cossack lunge. Again, you're gonna either hold on to the chair seat or follow suit with me. Everybody's gonna have their feet wide. Toes are gonna turn out. Now sink down, don't round the back, toe comes up, press up. Other side, sink down, toe comes up, press up. Let's go, final set. Now this is used quite often as a mobility drill, but I think you'll agree with me, there's a lot of muscle activation. So I thought it'd be a good body weight one for us to get and target the legs, the hips, the glutes. And then if we get added mobility in our hips too and our ankles with this, hey, it's a bonus. One more. All right, pull-ups or dumbbell people, grab those heavy ones and row up. We're only hinging about 45 degrees forward. That's going to give you the most stability using the big muscles of your low spine instead of the little ligaments in the vertebrae. Here we go. Walk forward, TRX people. Drive up. Good. Again, the further under the anchor point, the harder it is. So maybe you can shuffle forward a little bit, right? It's our last round. Challenge yourself. One more. All right, grab the dumbbells. Narrow press to chest fly. We need to manipulate gravity. That's why we have to lie down on this one. Elbows are in, wrists on top of those elbows. So let's start right away. Here we go. So we go up, curl the wrists in and the elbows out a bit, fly, and then come back down. Back of the neck is long. All right, rock yourself up to a seated position and then stand. We're going into alternating one-legged squat, going as deep as we can on the TRX. Chair people, make sure you try dumbbell. All right, beginners, body weight only. TRX, elbows under shoulders, lined up with the TRX, lower, press up. I'm just gonna get one more leg in, so I'm even. All right, reverse flies. Grab lighter dumbbells for my dumbbell people. TRX people, walk yourself forward. Everybody round the elbows, wrist curl on a bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you come and fly. Coming down, nice and slow. Last two. One more. Woo! All right, tricep extensions. You're either staggered stance behind the head with a dumbbell or with me. Here we go. Arms are straight if you're with me. You ready? All right, let's go. I won't charge you for that extra rep we got in just before the timer went. It's on me. We can grab some water after this, and then we're going to finish off with a finisher, aptly called. And then we're done. If you're using the TRX, I feel a ton of core on this move as well. That's why I love the TRX. So many more muscles involved in one movement. Woo, baby. All right, shake it out. So do me a favor, grab a little sip of water, and then we're gonna get busy and finish this workout off strong. All right, we got about 30 seconds here. Chair people, you're gonna hold on to the back of the chair for this series. TRX people, you're gonna hold on to your handles. All right, the first one is a one-legged deadlift, like so. Second one is come like this, and we've got hamstring curl. And then the last one I'll show you. So let's get set up. Pick a leg, stabilize, soft knee. Now, come on up, looking kind of like a letter T, moving through that one leg only. We're never dropping that other leg on the ground. Feeling it in the glute, hip, and hamstring. Chair people, you're using the chair as some light support. Same with the TRX. TRX is nice because it kind of travels forward and back with you. All right, now come on up, hold it here, and give me a hamstring curl. So we're going to try and keep that back thigh parallel to our floor while we bring the heel to the bum. Woo! And release. We just have 90 seconds of one leg, and then we'll do the other, and then we're done. Flex the foot, nice and tall on the spine, heel to bum. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, come on up, press the leg back, going on a bit of an angle, not straight behind you. Hip extension, definitely feeling the stabilizing leg, no doubt about it. Press back and on a bit of an angle. Don't overarch the spine. We're not swinging the leg back. We're using the glutes to do the movement. Last 3, 2, 1. Shake out the other leg. Woo! All right, we got 30 seconds before we do the other leg. Now the other leg, right? She's already tired because she just stabilized. So understand that you might fatigue faster on this. It doesn't mean that the other side is weaker. It might very well, but it could also be because, yeah, she was stabilizing you for the last 90 seconds. So let's pick the other leg. We're taking it into the deadlift to begin, and then move into the hamstring curl. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 30 seconds here. Not allowing that foot to hit the ground. Just trying to stay on this one leg for the whole 90 seconds. Now let's do one more and then hold ourselves out there, flex the foot, and now bring the heel to the bum. Now let's be mindful of the rest of the body. Shoulders are pulled back and down. Stabilizing knee is soft. As best as you can determine, that back thigh is parallel to your floor. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, press out on a 45. Don't overarch the low back. Pressing back using the glutes. Softness still in that stabilizing leg. Focus your stare on something stationary. Even though we're holding on to something, balance is still being challenged. 10 seconds here. 1 more. Woo, baby. Ha ha. Nicely done, you. Shake it out. All right, how about we stretch those areas? I know, sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Let's go into figure 4. Probably the best one here. Let's take the knees bent. Left ankle crosses over right thigh. Now this might be just perfect for you. If it is, I want you just to hang here and enjoy it. If you want a little deeper, leg comes up, hands can come behind that right thigh or on top of the right shin. Now keep this leg crossed over, right foot to ground, arms come out in a T position, palms down or up, whatever feels best for you. And now just drop your legs to your right until that left foot firmly plants, and then push that right knee away from you a bit. So you're going to feel a sensation into that left hip. Sorry, push that left knee away from you. Getting my left and rights mixed up. Full foot is on your ground. Both shoulders on the ground. And let's pull back up. Release. Other leg crosses over. Pull into figure 4 if you want to take it deeper. Hands behind the thigh or on top of the shin. And let's line that left knee up with the outside of the left shoulder. Keep the leg crossed, left foot to ground, arms in a T position. Drop the knees to your left, right foot coming to the mat, and then push that right knee away from you a bit. Let's come back to center. Take ourselves onto our knees now. Lengthening, and maybe you want to do a wide knee stance, toes together. Walk the hands forward, shoulder width apart, forehead to mat if that's available to you. Just lengthening down the sides of the body, stretching into your low spine and glutes. Walk the hands to your left, place the right hand on top of left, and then push that right hip away more. Now getting a nice stretch into the lat on that right side, side of body. Hands to the other side, left hand on top of right, left hip pushes away. Back to center, bend the elbows, place the hands just behind the neck or the shoulders, walk those elbows forward while you drop the chest down, getting some extension into your T-spine, and then sit your bum back, getting a stretch into the triceps and glutes. Forehead to mat if you can. Really dropping the chest to your ground though. We want that extension in that mid-back. Release the hands, come into modified cobra. Looking straight ahead or slightly up, drop the hips down. Lower down, left heel to bum. If you're able to, grab onto the front of the foot or grab onto the back or your pant leg. Make a fist with the other hand and let the forehead just rest on it. Now there's a couple of areas you're going to feel here. For sure, I want you to feel the front of that left thigh, so your quad. Now you may also feel it into that left shoulder by reaching behind. Knees are going to stay close together, but they won't touch. If you can, we want to try and get that heel to touch the glute. And release. Other fist, other heel, draw in and breathe. And release. Press yourself up. Kneeling or seated, whatever feels best for you. Nice and tall on the spine. Deep breath in. Now as we exhale, we're going to draw the elbows down and think about drawing the shoulder blades into the back pocket. It's getting that movement in the scapula. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lead with the elbows. Shoulder blades to back pocket. And release. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to reading your comments down below. And listen, you can help this video out if you're here on YouTube by clicking that thumbs up button. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next workout. Bye. And it'll kind of make sense when we're using the TRX for some of the moves, how you can easily implement the chair. Now, you'll also need, as I said, dumbbells. All right, that's not going to work.